Morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. So today is Saturday, October, the 10th? Yeah, you guys. So on yesterday, last night, Hurricane Delta was not in our area. It hit the other surrounding parishes that had a lot of devastation from the previous hurricane, Hurricane Laura. But we high, so everything is good and great. The sun is shining today. It's still a little windy, so it feels like autumn weather is what it feels like now, just typical fall weather. But the weather last night was rainy, and there's a lot of powerful, strong winds. I'm gonna show you guys how it's outside now. Okay, here's also the breast cancer awareness wreath. A family friend of ours made that a couple of years ago, and yeah, so we don't look like anything has happened. But still, as I always ask you guys, keep Louisiana in your prayers. Being in this horrible 2020 year, and then being in Louisiana with so many back-to-back hurricanes, with this hurricane season has been a lot of physical, emotional, stressful toll on many Louisiana residents. And I wanted to put up some more fall decor, but it's in a garage somewhere, and unfortunately cannot find it. Because another family friend, the same family friend that made this wreath here, she makes all different types of wreaths. And she made like a huge fall wreath that I wanted to find, but it's, between my brothers putting things in there of, instead of bringing it to their house, they bring it over here. So things for my parents to hold in their home. It's kind of aggravating, so I can't really find what I want to find for my decor, because normally, as type of individual, I put up decor around September, so it could last through from September all the way through Thanksgiving Day. And then we normally put up our tree. That's a family tradition, and then take all the Thanksgiving things down, all the fall things down, probably around December 1st is what we normally do. So that's hubby. She's over there watching. He's over there watching his soccer. Early in the morning, I'm getting ready to fix some breakfast for my family. Mom and dad are still sleeping, so hopefully once they smell the food, they will get up. Past videos. With the last video that loaded, I gave you guys an update what happened going on with my health, with the doctor changes, with everything like that. So today is Saturday, so on Monday I will go and see the surgeon, since that visit was had to be rescheduled because he was called into emergency surgery. So I will see him on Monday for 10 a.m. And then on Thursday, not the Tuesday and Wednesday, but on Thursday, I will go, I think that's the 15th, I will go and get my vitamin B12 injection. And then still have another week of not being at the appointments. I have some Pedialyte that I've been taking. I've been congested, so I don't know if my body is reacting to that. But this is Pedialyte here, having a cup there. So I have a bottle that I have a Pedialyte, and what I did with it, that I put in the closet. I have a bottle of Pedialyte. I also have some Pedialyte packs that you just pour and mix in a cup. So my body, I can tell when it feels strange and off. Like, really, I don't drink a lot of normal things that I would years ago before all of this happened. Like, iced tea, regular teas, even hot tea. My body seems to just not take it. So mainly I drink water, Sprite, electrolyte water, ginger ale. That's really all I drink. Besides cranberry juice, apple juice, that's a complete list of what I drink. It's an aggravating nuisance, not even to drink one of my favorites is orange juice. Can't do it because I'm allergic to citrus. So I really I should have got the clear, because maybe it's just a strawberry flavoring that's irritating my throat. I don't know. But I'll probably go to Walmart today, and I'm gonna see. Then maybe just trade the one that I have. That's open, but trade the ones that I have with the I have the packs that you pour into the water. You mix it. See if I could trade that in for another bottle of I'm feeling a little fatigued this morning. I felt cold yesterday. I had on a jacket. My mom and I we went to Walmart, but I'm pressing and pushing my way on, you guys, and prayerfully that you guys are as well. So there's some roasted turkey. So here, Get some roasted turkey. Oh, this is the pizza right there. Got some luncheon meat that Eva likes. So I have this here. That'll go with. That'll be his meat. I'm gonna toast some bread. They have bananas, fruit. The bananas on the table with some oranges. Hold on, you guys, I have a sore throat. So, for the updates, this is part 1. I'm sorry, this is not part 1. This will be about part 3. So, if you're confused or you're not sure about things, go back, pause this, stop this, and go and watch the 2 videos before this one. You will see that in the iCard. Either in the iCard up there, or it might be on the end screen. So, go back and check those. Go back and check those videos out, and then come back to this one. So, I think I was saying earlier that my nephew that lives with us, he wasn't feeling well. And if you guys remember, I was saying on last Saturday, I wasn't feeling good. I felt like I had a fever, but then when I checked, I didn't. And then when this weekend came about, I did have a low grade fever. So I don't know if that came to maybe, I don't know for sure. The Delta, they changed the game date until Thursday. And that was the day that I went and did my last and final infusion for the anemia. And, you know, in that video, I was talking about when I wasn't feeling good and the stomach and everything. So a lot of times with me, I don't exactly have to have something outrageous. If I don't feel well, I could just run a fever because of how my immune system is with being on a lot of immunosuppressive medication. Do you have other illnesses that are counteracting with that? It makes a hard body very difficult to struggle and stay on top. So I can get a fever at any time. So it's positive or negative. But he's been taking care of himself. We've been doing what we have to do, especially me, to make sure we don't catch anything, that we're not sick. He's been wearing a mask, all of that. When he comes out to use the bathroom, you know, we sanitize everything. We had an air conditioner that was in this window. But when so much of the worrying about the hurricanes, even though it would not have affected our area, we did have a lot of wind on Friday. A lot of wind, a lot of stop and go, off and on rain, and not wanting the windows to be destroyed. But that just came to the decision just to take the AC out. So that is in the garage. I mean, it still works. But, you know, he just put everything back to normal, put this down, seal the window down with some caulk and glue. And hey everybody, happy Sunday. It is Sunday, you guys. So it is Sunday, October 11th on today. It is a little bit after 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I have on my pink dress. I have on this shawl here. This pink dress, I had this for almost, a year now. I got it last year before Father's Day. And I don't remember where I got this from. This kimono, this actually comes from Costco, and I love it. So I've been having this just for under a couple of months. You see, I am in the dining room, so that's what you see here. Okay, yeah, so the family, everyone is kind of doing something at this moment in time. You guys, check out the video before. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm about to sit down for a second. In the background, you hear my neighbor. He's working on something in his backyard. Also, you hear the vent on in the kitchen because we have food cooking. So my mom just left about maybe 10 minutes ago, and my dad and my nephew, they are at another property that we have about maybe 20 minutes from here, and they're cutting the grass over there. So we actually have, so it's a property that my mom's mom, my grandmother, left my mom before she passed away, and then my dad purchased my mom a property that wasn't too far from my grandmother's lot. So we have 2 properties there. My mom is not sure of what she's gonna do with it, but it just felt so amazing to her to have my grandmother pass that down to her. And so the guys are over there taking care of that. My mom, I think she went to go burn up some water, which she already gave them like a lot of water, like their own gallons of water, water bottles, things like that, even, you know, ice bucket before they left out. And they've been going about maybe 2.5 hours, because we did, morning prayer, family prayer, and, everyone changed their clothes and they, left right after that. So, you guys, literally, I have been fighting a fever. If you look at the past video, I've discussed that I had, that I thought that I had a fever because of how I was feeling. When I checked it, it was 96.6 on last Saturday. And then with this week here, on Thursday, I went and finished my last iron infusion, and I threw up because the iron infusion, it works amazing. And I do take Benadryl before I get it into my system, by maybe 20 or 30 minutes before I start the infusion. But somehow my stomach, despite of all the already stomach issues that I deal with on an everyday basis, just mixed with that, I felt extremely nauseous and couldn't hold anything down, and I was just feeling sick. And on Thursday, I felt a lot. Friday, yesterday was absolutely the worst. Today, I'm feeling masamano. I'm not 100% better, but I'm not feeling like I was yesterday. And I was telling Elva I wanted to go to the emergency room, but I didn't go. And I don't want you guys to think like, she always says she's going to go and then she don't. You guys have to understand is that having a chronic illness is not just a physical toll, it's an emotional and mental toll. And the reason why I say that, because if you're not walking in that individual's shoes to know what they are going through, a lot of times it's easy to say or think things that, oh, if I was in a situation, I would do this, I would do that. And yeah, I'm back. My mom has some red beans that she's cooking today, and I think it started to burn. Well, it started to burn, so that's why I had to come and check that. So these are the beans here in the pot, there. So I had to move that around. But before I get back to what I was discussing, let me show you guys what I am cooking. So I have some baked beans here, and I have 2 containers because with 5 people, the food goes fast. And sometimes it's easier for me when I'm not feeling well. I can do the beans that I can soak. I do the beans that are just, ready, and you could just, put them in the microwave or cook them on the stove. Other ones is like that. Sometimes I take it out the container and I might just mix something with it, like add a little bit more flavoring, even though it's already great. I could just leave it alone, and sometimes I do. And I just put it in a container and put it in the microwave, so when everyone is ready, it's already set out, and they just dig and get whatever amount they want. Other times, I just sit it out like that, and I let them put on the plates how much they want, and they put it in the microwave. So it really depends. So if you ever see, like, sometimes I have multiple ways on how I do things. I do things according to what's easier for my body, so I'm not overwhelmed with stress. And then I have the baked beans. There's the rice. I'm going to make the gravy. This is some country steak that I have. That's on the table. I'll show you guys that. I have some vegetables. There's some broccoli and cauliflower. Cucumber, and I'm going to make some pasta, so I might put the cucumber in there. I have some onion that I mix with the fish I have in the oven. So I have some fish here in the oven. Some fish there, some salmon, and then I also made some chicken fajitas. So that's there with a mixture of onions there. And you can put it on the taco. I have the lettuce in the refrigerator, so I don't want to take that out until everyone is ready to eat. And I also have on the table as well, got the napkins, forks, spoons, the plates. So all of that is, good to go. I'm going to call Ever so they can stop and get something to drink when they are on their way home. More than likely, my mom is going to cut the watermelon later because she loves watermelon. So that is down there. Checking outside to see if anybody's pulled up. So this is the pasta here. We're going to start that in a few minutes. Things like that. When you have a chronic illness, it's not just taking a toll on your health completely, but it also does take something on the TV down. It also does take a toll on your mental and emotional health. And I'm not saying I'm going through any depression or anything like that. And if there are individuals out there that are going through that, maybe chronic illness or not, just life in general can bring you to emotional places where you've been there before, or you never thought you would go that route, and it just brings you to a place of depression and darkness, there's hope, and there's always resources that you guys can Google and look up that can assist you in what you need to get your mind back in that place of peace and restoration and hope and joy and faith, that you're not being overwhelmed by your circumstances. And a lot of times for me, having a chronic illness, I would be honest with you guys, it is emotionally draining. To so many times you have to battle, hey, do I go to the doctor? You have a backpack. Sometimes they might want you to stay. It's a lot. You can have a certain day of time that it strikes. It's just one of those situations in life where you have to go with the flow of how things happen, regardless of if you're in agreement with it or not. So I'm trying to cook and cook at the same time. It's a lot of things that exist that you have to try to adjust to it, and not your life trying to make it adjust to you. And it's hard. And a lot of times, I will tell you guys, it is difficult. And me, I'm just fed up with my life being such a redundant, broken place. I mean, to be, in my 30s and live a life to the potential of and my expectations of what I'm trying to do, but not to the fullness of things that I've done before. When I was working, it wasn't tired all the time. I wasn't fatigued. I didn't have a wheelchair. I didn't have a rollator. I wasn't losing my hair. I didn't have to wear eyeglasses. All of those things. And I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you guys know the real factors of how it affects every aspect of your life. And you're trying to put one foot in front of the other every single day and keep a smile on your face, but also you're a realist to know, hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. I get angry. I get upset. I get frustrated. I do get depressed. I get oppressed. I get sad, but there always is hope on the other end, on the other side. And that's why I'm always trying to encourage you guys. And as I'm encouraging you guys, I'm always encouraging myself. So, I just am tired of always going to the hospital, the questionnaires, sitting, I go through the ambulance, so thank God for insurance that pays for that. I don't have to worry about paying for that out of the pocket. But it's just the whole, I'm not overwhelming myself to something that I can't do, or making promises that I know good and well that I cannot keep. And I'm always looking out, trying to do what's best for me, because I've always been guilty of being a people pleaser, and it hasn't got to be anywhere. And I had to literally stop that with family, with friends. I'm just being honest. Hey, it's not that I can't. I mean, not that I won't. It's not that I don't know. It's not that I don't want to. At this moment in time, I can't. Or when I feel better, then I can, fulfill that request. But if I can't do it right now, then don't take it personal. I'm going through an illness, and I had to stop, letting people put me in this box, what they think, what I should feel, and what I should do. I put myself in that container because I never want to disappoint anybody. I never want to make anyone sad or angry or have anyone upset with me. But if my body is always flaring and feeling out of control and not feeling well, and I'm caring more about individuals than caring about me, then that's a telltale sign that, hey, this is not the type of friendship, relationship that I want, that I need. It's not beneficial. I'm more beneficial to you than you are to me. And you have to look at things, to choose your health, to choose your mind without feeling always aggravated and stressed and pressed. Then you start to feel more relief and not feeling like you have to try to sacrifice yourself to make someone else happy. So I'm going to go and finish this food, you guys.